Okay, so hi guys, this is Gamingpro and आज की इस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो में हम लोग इंटरव्यू लेने वाले हैं बीटीआर से किसी एक शख्सियत का। आई मीन आप लोग शायद उनको जानते शायद नहीं जानते, मुझे नहीं पता, बट वो बीटीआर को पूरा पूरा मैनेज करते हैं। बीटीआर के गेम से लेकर के बीटीआर के गेम स्टाइल तक हर एक चीज़ देखना समझना परखना उनका काम रहता है। एंड प्लेयर्स थोड़ा सा न्यू ईयर्स में बिजी थे तो इसलिए प्लेयर्स नहीं आ पाए, बट उन्होंने मेरे को एश्योरिटी दी है कि प्लेयर्स जल्दी से जल्दी आएंगे ज़रूर, एक बार जुड़ेंगे, सबका एक प्रॉपर कॉन्वर्जेशन रहेगा। लेकिन उन सब चीज़ों से पहले गाइस, अगर आप लोग नए हैं यहाँ पर तो 800 के सब्सक्राइबर्स का हम लोगों का गोल है, करवाना जरूर, लाइक करना इस वीडियो को, सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद कमेंट सेक्शन में बताना जरूर कि आप लोग किस चीज के लिए एक्साइटेड हैं बीटीआर से। तो अगली बार जब वो आएंगे मैं वो सवाल पूछने की कोशिश करूंगा। एंड देन मेरे इंस्टाग्राम, मेरे सोशल्स पर आप लोग जरूर आ सकते हैं, वहां पर मुझे फॉलो कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज वहां पर इन सब चीजों के बिहाइंड द सीन्स में डालता रहूंगा। ट्रस्ट मी, इट वॉज अ वेरी 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 गुड कॉन्वर्जेशन जो हुई है, तो पूरी एंड तक देखना। सो या लेट्स एक्चुअली बिगिन। So first things first, thank you Isfan for doing this interview on a really short notice, and I believe, I mean, you're busy with your work as well, but thanks a lot for doing it. And well, I have a few questions for you. So my first question is, how are you feeling? That's like the simplest one.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's a new year, new
Yeah.
us, and new purposes. I believe everyone also have those, and it's a fresh start. I hope we all can have a great entertainment in our games
Yeah.
the whole year.
All right. I hopefully looking forward to BTR's amazing gameplays that the team actually just brings up. But my question to you is, when you come down to the serious topic, my question is, you guys play 2 Pmgc, and
Yeah.
for India, this is going to be their first Pmgc. So, what would be that one piece of advice that you would want to give to the Indian players?
I honestly believe the first and the second is really different because, as we can see, the dominance of the Chinese team in the East was in the first year, and now we can see the rest of the Asia region can also keep up and even surpass them a bit. And I believe some of the Indian teams will be able to do that also, because we remember the Indian teams
Yeah.
quite domination in the PMWL, even though we won. And my piece of advice, I think every player usually always do this, is respect all your opponents, because we also can't underestimate any region at all right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you guys were in PMWL, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
So I was with OR, Orange Rock, at that time, the team that
Yeah.
was at second position. I mean, that was
Yeah.
those were some amazing games that we had.
Yeah.
But what do you feel are the main differences in PMGC and PMWL?
PMGC and PMWL, of course, at first there's the Chinese team, I believe. I think our PMWL doesn't have those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And of course, we didn't meet with the West side, so it's a bit different feeling. And of course, for us, it's also a bit different because we can't see the Indian teams, which are strong contenders. But the difference, yeah, of course, in the end, we will all meet in the finals in PMGC like
Yeah.
last year, even though it's semi-online because of the COVID thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the main difference, because now it's all region is actually into one, not just a part of few.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
like the entirety that just comes down to it.
Yeah.
But you talked about the Chinese team. So my question is,
Yeah.
how has the arrival of Chinese teams changed the scene of competitive PUBG Mobile overall?
Ever since the beginning, I think since 2019, when
Yeah.
they're the champion,
Top
and they
esports.
almost won when we won in the PMCO Global. They almost won. Yeah, they bring a lot of insights to the rest of the region. I think, like, we see the next level gameplay they had. We try to keep up, and most of the time in the big finals,
Yeah.
usually all of us lost
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. So they really step up the game for us, because I think they have the most tight schedule, most games compared to all the regions.
Yeah, that's correct. And do you follow? Do you follow Indian scene? And if yes, then what are your favorite players from India? And if any one of your players like Ryzen or maybe Luxy Zuxi, Liquid, like, has anyone told you about like any Indian players or something in specific, their favorite ones or something?
Oh yeah, I really follow. I follow Max until PMWL, because I also have my work, so I don't really fully follow. I follow only the part where I work. So when it's national, when it's C, when it's global, But yeah, usually the coach, the analyst, the players usually they watch, and the standout player my boys usually say is Jonathan, because yeah,
Yeah.
he has a really strong aim, and I believe the players, most of the Indian players in the PMWL have really huge courage, because some teams won't do what they do, but suddenly they rush teams. That's quite fun to see. I think that's also
Yeah.
a bit what the Mongolians do. It's quite really entertaining to watch and interesting to fight from the boys. Entertaining to watch for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, any words of wisdom for the Indian audience for PMGC, if you guys would want to give, because India has one slot and it's going to be their first time. So, what do you think about it?
Mm. Uh, I believe, of course, keep your national pride and always give them positive supports, because what we get a bit is when we can't qualify, there's some support, some doesn't really support. Just keep it fair in the chat, so we all have positive vibes.
Yeah, I get it. But
Yeah.
all right. But if we talk about it, right, which teams do you think can be biggest threats to our
Mm.
Indian team, if any?
Mm. I would say us, but
Okay. Okay. Okay.
sometimes it's good to roast yourself. Sometimes, yeah. Of course, still the Chinese teams. They're
Hmm.
scary, and I believe Alpha Seven, and we of course can't underestimate the champion of the West side, the Turkish team. Sorry, I can't
Yes.
really remember the name.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest threat should be those, but yeah, of course, respect all teams that plays. Yeah, we can never know.
All right. So here's a question which just came to my mind right
Mm,
now, which is you talked about Chinese teams, they are really good threats and all, but I want to know about BTR, right? What is the practice schedule for the players, like how many hours do they practice? What is it that they practice on? What do you feel like?
mm,
What is BTR's? What is like Ryzen's day like? What is Luxy
mm.
Zaxy's like? What is it?
On our prime year, we had a really good environment of scrim, so we can almost have like 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week,
Mhm.
and of course, we got some third-party scrims, even though we practice with our streaming, but yeah, it's still a practice.
Yeah.
But this year we have really tight schedule. We have some content creation, a bit, not much,
Uh-huh.
but we have a lot of league. This season 4, we got the National League, the Southeast Asia League, and then
Uh-huh.
the PMGC League. I think that's quite a fatigue. So we don't have really much practice, even though we still, like last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like 2020, we have more practice than 2021, because it's also a bit of the environment of
Yeah.
the Indonesian scrim. I honestly think the super weekend schedule doesn't really it is not really optimal for practice, because we got, if we qualify all, we got 5 days a week,
Yeah.
and we only have 2 days where we can rest, but it's not continuous, it's separated, so can't really practice. Usually teams take it as a rest day, so yeah, so we don't have much practice this year compared to 2020.
So, like, you guys actually have 2 days to rest because there's a thing that's going
Yeah.
on in the Indian circuit right now. This
Mm.
is actually a really good point. What happens in
Mm.
Indian circuit is recently players they kind of start their grind at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. in the morning
Mm.
from the scrims, and it
Mm.
ends around 11 p.m. in the night. So they are
Mm.
constantly playing like 12 to 14 hours a day, and they
Mm.
don't get any rest day. So what do you feel like? Is that good? Is that bad? What's your opinion on this one? Because I believe like that's
Mm.
actually overloading their brains.
I agree. If in any region, I think if they're doing that, it will, yeah, burn out, overload, because I think there are limit to our productivity. I think there's some science of it about
Yeah, yeah,
work,
yeah.
and this is actually like work, even though it's like high concentration. In my opinion, this kind of game is a bit like surgery, high concentration in small things. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's really optimal. We have to reduce the hours.
Mhm.
We have to give some rest days so people can refresh. That's just my opinion. If we honestly want the best advice, should be from the Chinese team.
Yeah. I mean, they have
Yeah.
everything regulated and everything in a
Yeah.
really good fashion. But
Yeah.
one final question, and a very important one. There are a lot of BTR fans in India, and they were not happy with the performance. I mean, me personally, I'm a commentator. I'm an esports commentator,
Yeah.
but I also love BTR, the way these players play and all. So, any words that you would want to tell to the fans from BTR's perspective and their performance, and also, will the lineup remain the same, or can we expect some changes here and there? Like, what is the future of this BTR lineup right now? I see a smile. I see a bit of a smile there. So, I mean, give me the masala. Give me everything. Yeah, yeah. Come on.
Yeah. At first, we would like to give some words like we are really sorry. We are also quite disappointed with our results. There will be some changes. There, you may not know. Maybe it's the players, maybe the coach, maybe the analyst, maybe it's me. I won't give a small hint, but the good hint that people can expect, there will be changes.
All right.
There will be something that you guys maybe don't expect, but there will be something
But changes will be there for good, right? They will be there
for the
good,
good.
for the
Yes,
good future.
for the good
That's-
future. And in whatever the result is, it's based on professional and positive thinking from all of BTR sides.
To be honest, I'm a huge fan of the players that are in the team as they play. Ryzen, Yuhai, his entry in the team has just been brilliant. I still remember the times when I used to analyze their gameplays on the basis of their YouTube videos. I mean, you guys have done really good job for the entire team setup, and someday I would want to meet Ryzen if it just comes, and the entire team as well. I mean, I've learned a lot from your gameplays as well personally, and if there's anything that I would want you to say to your region in your own language, what would it be? Like anything in your own language to your fans out there.
Just keep on supporting BTR and believe in the boys. I think that's universal. Yeah.
Well, with that, thank you very much, Isfan, for just
You're
giving
welcome.
out your time, and I wish you guys all the very best for all the future endeavors, and hopefully,
Thank you.
hopefully, I will see you around someday post all these COVID situations and all, when we'll be traveling for casting as well, and when you'll be out there with your team, just out there for the competition. So take care, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Take care. Thank you. Well, that was all from Isfan, and बहुत ज़्यादा मजा. He's a really good guy, really down to earth, and really amazing interview it was. And और भी जो भी सवाल रहेंगे वापस से आप लोगों को मैं बता दूं कि आप लोग सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि जब भी वापस से वो आएंगे तो उनसे कॉन्वर्सेशंस हम लोग करेंगे. एंड बिफोर एवरीथिंग हैपेंस, राइट गाइस, लाइक करना इस वीडियो को, शेयर करना अपने दोस्तों, सब्सक्राइब करना चैनल को. मैं मिलूंगा आप लोगों से लेटेस्ट में. तब तक के लिए स्टे सेफ, स्टे इंडोर, स्टे ऑसम, एंड पीस आउट गाइस. हैव अ रियली अमेजिंग डे. टेक केयर. बाय बाय.
क्योंकि मौका टाइम पास तेरा फ्यूचर होगा इन द स्ट्रीट्स. देख हमने टाइम पास की बना दी इंडस्ट्री. चिल करके छापा पैसा मिल गई जैसे ड्रीम जॉब. मैं ही नहीं मेरे जैसे स्क्वाड में है 3 और. देख मेरे साथ स्क्रीन के उस तरफ रखे तू पैर. मालूम नहीं चलेगा रात से हो जाती कब दोपहर. प्यार हो या गाली यहाँ सब कुछ पड़ता मुंह पर. तभी लाइफ वाली गेम में हम रोज करते लेवल ऊपर.